Tolu Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot, and I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of King 9. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear your shade. Talking that shop, you must run this way. Tryna tell ya, put the dog palm, mess around, find out, Tryna tell ya, put the dog palm, mess around, find out, For some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're real for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better cough a hill, cause I'm like that. Mess around, find out.
What up, though? Welcome back to another episode of the Downtown Deuce with the boss, aka Sarah Boss, aka the boss is what we call her here. Also with us tonight, guys, is the one and only King, Everything King. He is back with us. He pulled up tonight. It's been a minute, bro. Long time no stream, man.
Man, long time no stream. A lot of Lions work to do, man. I'm so glad Pistons basketball is back in swing.
I think this is the first time we've all been on together. So everyone, you guys should be pretty entertained tonight. How y'all feeling? How you feeling, Sarah?
Well, I didn't love the pace of that game. I was hoping we'd pull it out. I thought we picked it up a little bit in the first and then kind of went up and then down again. So
yeah, definitely. So we're gonna talk about everything that happened tonight. The Pistons, we talked about it already. The Pistons just concluded their matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks in their second preseason game of the year. This was a highly contested game, but they lose 117 to 111, and they dropped to 1-1 in preseason play. The Bucks were without Giannis tonight, Kyle Kuzma, and Kevin Porter Jr. The Pistons also were without some guys tonight. Jalen Duren missed his second straight game with hamstring tightness. Isaiah Stewart started in his place for the second time. Jaden Ivey was also out tonight, which was a little disappointing for me because, I really wanted to see J.I. tonight more than anybody else, considering he hasn't played and gotten a lot of reps since his injury. But then I thought to myself, guys, the Bucks added Cole Anthony to their team this year. So, for those who don't know by now, Cole Anthony was the knucklehead who recklessly ran into Jaden's leg that caused him to be out for 9 months. So, maybe the Pistons didn't want to take any chances in preseason play. What do y'all think when y'all heard that he wasn't playing tonight?
I was bummed. Like you said, I wanted to see him. I still think that he needs to get in a little bit of a groove.
Yeah.
But I also don't blame him because, Cole Anthony hit the floor a few times tonight, but he also... I saw him go for some questionable balls too. So
he caught an elbow though from Cade when Cade did the swing through. So came back a little bit. What you think, King?
Man, pretty much. Like I said, it's a touchy situation because you want to protect him and get to the regular season, but at the same time, you want him to get the strength and conditioning that he needs.
Right.
A real game atmosphere. So. What's more important is the question. You see a lot of professional teams this day in all sports when it comes to preseason, they hold guys out, man.
Yep.
Like I said, Tobias was out, Duren is out.
Mm-hmm.
I question how tight that hamstring is. You don't want to play all your cards in the preseason either.
Yep.
You're just gonna have guys take turns. Cade just had a mysterious back tweak out of nowhere tonight. So, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. For sure. So we're going to get into some initial thoughts tonight, guys. First, we're going to get into some of these comments. Doug, I see you. Matty Fresh said death, taxes, and losing to the Bucks. Guys, we haven't beaten the Bucks. I think they beat, not counting preseason, because that doesn't count, but I think we've lost 13 straight regular season games to the Bucks. We haven't beaten them since I checked January 3rd of 2022. So that is going to end this season. They are not going to go undefeated against the Pistons this year. I don't care who's playing or who's not. It's just not going to happen. But let's get into some initial thoughts, guys. Both teams, they came out hot from three, right? The Pistons shot 58% overall in that first quarter. The Bucks 65. So unfortunately, the Pistons, once again, they didn't come out with that same type of energy and defensive intensity that we like to see, but it's still early. But like last game, they picked it up in the second quarter and they were able to get to who they are. They strapped up defensively and they were able to turn defense into easy transition offense. Thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the first quarter was better than Monday's, but they started off slow again. And I think, that's kind of something I'm used to with kind of all Detroit teams. We kind of start out slow and then we're like, all right, let's fix it and go in. So we did a little better. And yeah, they were just hot from three in a lot of areas.
Yeah. King?
Pedestrian preseason play is what it looked like to me. Just, you see a lot of, what I was impressed with was the rim protection. I was, impressed with that, especially from Ausar. That's not something that I would think he was known for, is going up and getting blocks like I've been seeing in his preseason. He's more of an on-ball defender, lock you down type of guy, but going to the rim and getting blocks like that, that's impressive.
Right.
And those are the type of things that stick out during the preseason that I'm looking for, because like I said, the preseason is always a curtain. You see one thing in the preseason, get to the regular season, and it's just like, what happened? What I'm saying? So, and then I know it's a lot of fans, for instance, with Ausar, they want to see him improve offensively, include myself. The things I always say about Ausar, but he pretty much is what he is. He's a great defender, and I want him to continue to be a great defender. And if he can, some nights get some good offense going, then fine. But as far as him stretching the floor and stuff right now, listen, cut to the basket, get baskets where you can get them, but be good at what you're good at.
Right. I agree. And you mentioned cutting to the basket and moving without the basketball. That's where I think we're going to get to him. But that's where I think he's best for now. I know the Pistons are trying some different things with him. We're going to get to that. Before we get to the box score, got to shout out our guy, as always, Slim Holland, Chef Ron Holland Sr. says, what up, though, family? Tough game. We going to be all right. We going to be all right. We definitely going to be just fine. This is just preseason. We're going to talk about Lil Ron, for sure. We're going to get into him. But shout out to Ron Sr. for always showing up and showing out and showing us love and support. We appreciate you, my brother. All right. Let's get to this box score, man. And y'all know where I'm going. Man. Cade mother effing Cunningham, bro. Okay, so tonight he has 26 points on 8 for 14 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 6 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Oh yeah, 19 minutes. 19 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go first. What did y'all see? What were y'all thoughts, immediate reaction from Cade's first half tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm going to say 18 and a half minutes. I'm going to give him those 30 seconds to get that stat line, because that was impressive. 57% field goal shooting. He really just, I think he did a great job of reading the floor and just decided when to take it. He had more assists today, which I appreciated, but his range was great. I mean, his first bucket was a mid-range shot. Then the next possession, he shot from 3. He had his 9-point run where he went 4 for 4. Aggressive on defense. I mean, again, he just showed out. He did Cade things.
Yep. Kane, what you think, bro?
You better have. I mean, look at the competition you're going against right now in the preseason. You better have almost 30 in the first half, because, like I said, it's with Cade, it's looking more and more easier every single year. You know what I'm saying? And right now, he just looks like what you see out of NBA veteran star players. You know what I'm saying? They come in and it's just like they turn it right back on. And that's the most encouraging part about it. You know what I'm saying? The 26 points, pretty much did everything in the first half. Yeah, he should be doing that against the competition level. But at the same time, it's great to see him have everything going percentage-wise, not coming out rusty, not coming out looking exhausted. Those are the type of things that you want to see from Cade. So Cade is going to be Cade. And, like I said, as far as him averaging 30 this season, a lot of people, you heard the TV commentator say that, they think that he can average around 30. I truly do believe that as well. We just have to, like I said, once we get into the season, we'll find out.
Okay, man. Cade is going to have the best season of his career for sure. I know it's early. We said that last game, but at a certain point, and King is right. Looking at who they played, who wasn't available, who was available. I agree, but you still gotta show up. And to me, right now, he's looking like an MVP caliber player for sure. Like tonight, he just couldn't be stopped at all. And I said this last game. It looks like the game is continuing to slow down for him more and more. And again, we saw it tonight. He's understanding what he's looking at. Defensively, he's processing a lot quicker. You know what I mean? His decision making, he's much more decisive with the basketball. And once again, I said this last show, I think he's going to get up more threes this year. His three ball is looking really, really good. And tonight, his three ball looked improved. It's almost like he knows he's better than everybody else on the court. And he's going to be most nights. And now he's just playing like it. He's exerting himself offensively on both ends. He's exerting himself more. He's just more active. And King mentioned it. Conditioning. He is very aggressive on both sides of the basketball. He had a couple steals in this game where he read the pick and roll before it even happened. And he runs it so often that he knows how it looks on the other end. So him being able to play those lanes and get steals like that, it just shows his activity on both ends of the court. So he knows he's that guy. He knows he's that guy. He knows nobody can guard him. And now he's just looking to be much more aggressive consistently now. It's not periods of the game where he's just ghosted. He's active in the game and controlling the game, and he's playing like a superstar. It's early, but he's already shown just from what he's doing that he's at that level for sure. Anything else on that?
I just think King hit it on the head saying easy. Like it's starting to look easy for him. He's just really reading it well and making decisions quick, like you mentioned. So
Yeah.
Like I said, that for me is more in the ballpark around like 28 points a game right now for me, honestly, because I had to think about it. We got a lot of basketballs to move around on this team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Between Tobias and Jaden and everybody else that's going to be available. So unless we just solely run an offense through Cade, 28 per game is something realistic for me.
I definitely could see it. And you mentioned those guys. Also, JD. Imagine how many assists he's going to be getting when he could be getting buckets, right? Just getting those guys involved. So I totally agree with you there, King. All right, man. Yeah, Cade is that guy. The league better watch out for him for sure because he's on a mission. You can see it. All right. Let's move to Ausar Thompson, who actually was slotted at shooting guard tonight. He had 11 points tonight on 3 of 7 shooting, 5 of 10 for the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block in 21 minutes. Sarah, I'll come to you first. What were your thoughts on Ausar tonight?
I think, like he mentioned earlier, Ausar looks great on defense. I think that's what he should focus on. He had great drives to the basket, too. I just wish he could, get those free throw numbers up. I know he's been working on his arch, but it wasn't there tonight. I didn't see it much. But, yeah, his blocking at the rims, too. He came out of nowhere to come out and do that. And we know he's a good perimeter defender. And that obviously was tough tonight with all the threes that the Bucks were dishing out. So he switched it up. He was like, I'll go where I'm needed. And he got to the rim. So I look forward to him. I know, I think it was a great defensive game. And I think he can do a little bit more on offense too.
For sure. I want to get this super chat and then I'm going to come to King. Matty Fresh says, I've seen enough. Give Cade the MVP. Yeah, he's definitely going to take a step up this year. For sure, Matty Fresh. Appreciate you as always, man. And the Assassin King says, Detroit basketball is back. You know it, bro. You know it, man. Just about a week away until we get, or a week and a half away until we get to the regular season. All right, King, I'm coming to you, bro. Ausar, what'd you see?
I saw Ausar. You know what I'm saying? I saw pretty much the Ausar that he's been. You know what I'm saying? On defense, just impressive as usual on defense.
Yep.
Offensive side of the ball still struggles. You know what I'm saying? And I want Ausar to focus on being that same type of aggressive on the offensive side of the ball when he's attacking the basket. That the difference between him and his brother Amin, when he goes to the rim, is with bad intentions.
Yep.
I want that from Ausar. You have the athleticism to scare dudes in this league. Use it. Dunk on somebody's head here and there. You know what I'm saying? Focus on attacking the basket right now. Forget sitting in the corner at the top of the key. You know, you're not going to shoot the three. We know you're not going to shoot it. Attack the basket, bro.
Right. I agree with you. I agree with both of you guys. You guys both mentioned the defense, 100%. He was getting his hands on a lot of balls, providing help side D when needed, as far as getting steals and blocks, like you mentioned, Sarah. As far as Okay, so I know that the Pistons are looking to kind of deploy him as far as being a secondary ball handler. I don't want to see a ton of that during the regular season. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. At least not yet. Not right now. We got guys that can do that. We got Cade, we got Jaden, we got Karras, even Daniss Jenkins at times, right? Who I just feel more comfortable with the ball in their hands. The potential is there for Ausar to get better, but not yet. You do see the potential though. Like he had a nice dribble drive where he caught, the ball on the inbound, was pressured 94 feet, and got his way all the way to the rim, and with a nice finish and stared him down, which was I like to see that fire, right? So you see that King talked about, his brother has that fire. He showed a little bit of it tonight. I want to see more of it, but his ball handling was obviously being tested, but he was able to still make a nice play. But for me, I don't want to see him doing that a ton. For him, I think it's good to get those reps so that way it's there if you need it. But I don't want it to be something that you're just going to when you have other guys who are better at it as of right now. And Sarah, you mentioned it. He's got to improve that free throw shooting. He's got to improve that free throw shooting. If he's going to be that initiator on offense with the ball in his hands, that means he's going to get to the hoop a lot more, right? So he's going to go to the line a lot more. And you got to make teams pay, right? You are making them pay in a sense, but as far as getting them in foul trouble and getting to the bonus early, but getting into the bonus means you're taking free throws. So you have to knock down those free throws. That's the biggest thing. 5 for 10, he's got to get to at least 70%. That's one thing Eric Vincent always says, 70% or higher for a wing. Can't be under 70%, right? That should be the minimum. So I know he's working on it, but that's something it could be very important, especially in playoff time when points come with a premium and the game slows down and defense picks up. You got to be able to get those 3 points. So aside from that, I thought he played a pretty good game. Any reaction to that?
Another thing with Ausar is, like I said, yes, he has to knock down the free throws. That's a must-have. I totally agree. I thought the same thing during the game. I don't want to see this with him handling the ball. I kind of feel like it affected Ron too, with him and Ausar being out there. I would rather Ron be out there with another guard. But like I said, I think what's going to save us, this is why it's the preseason, right? You're trying out things, you know what I'm saying? So during the season, obviously he'll have guys like Caris LeVert out there, you know what I'm saying, handling the basketball. So that'll take some of those possessions out of his hand. But I get where the Pistons are going. Let's go out here and see what Ausar can do right now. I just don't want to see that lineup with him and Ron Holland out there. Okay. I want Ron out there with a better running mate, or with a guard. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he was put in some situations tonight where he didn't need to be.
Yeah, I think in certain spots, like when you need to get stops, then you can go to that. Right, but as far as a rotation, consistent rotation, I agree with you. I love the whole nickname. The 9 to 5 thing is great. I think it can work in certain situations, like King just mentioned. But I don't think I want to see a heavy dose of that unless the matchups, provide an advantage for us. Go ahead, King.
Got to have a guard. It's got to be a guard out there with him. You know what I'm saying? They can be on the court at the same time, but it's got to be a guard out there to hold handle the ball.
That's a fact. Okay, let's move on to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson had 7 points tonight, 3 of 8 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 boards, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers. So, King, I'll come to you first on Duncan. Anything stand out to you about him tonight?
Still a little off and on streaky, like he's been over the last couple of years. It's one of the things that I want to see him correct, and I think that's why he's getting the playing time that he's getting right now, because he was a little bit inconsistent last season. And when we signed him, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I hope we're not on the downside of something with him. So I'm keeping a close eye on Duncan. I mean, he's a shooter. Shooters go through slumps. They go through streakiness at times. We had that with Malik Beasley. Remember, he was going through a long period with Malik Beasley. So, I think he'll be fine. But nothing impressive. I mean, he's a shooter. Him cutting to the basket, though, I encourage it because teams don't expect it. Right. They don't really expect him to do that too often. And he did it a couple of times tonight. That was impressive. I hope they keep that going. But he was just himself tonight to me.
What do you think, boss?
Yeah, I agree with King. I like that he was cutting to the basket when he couldn't find the 3. I appreciate the 3 assists. I saw a lot of hustle from him. I didn't see anything, spectacular. I think he was himself. He's always been such a good mover off the ball with the ball. So I appreciated that. And then, I just saw a lot of hustle.
Yeah. He definitely played hard tonight. It just wasn't there for him. I think with Ausar and Ryan in the starting lineup, that coach was like, okay, we got to have some shooting all year. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big reason why he was in the lineup to kind of balance that lineup out. He was okay. I thought he was just okay. He didn't look. The thing is, this is game 2 of the preseason with new guys. He didn't look comfortable. Even with Cade, he didn't look comfortable. He was cutting when he probably should have been flaring out to the perimeter. He bobbled a pass from Cade when he could have knocked down the open shot if he had just caught it and put it up. But so he's still trying to catch his rhythm. New guys, they don't have a lot of reps together. They haven't played a lot together, so that's going to get better with time. Like Sarah mentioned, as far as his ability to put the ball on the floor, I think it was the boss that said that, but he had a nice dribble drive for off the glass finish. It was nice play. So it's nice to see that he has that ability at times in a pinch when you need him to kind of try to make a play for himself or for others, get a shot off and make something happen. And that's something he did tonight. He didn't do a ton of it, but it's just nice to see that, like you guys mentioned, he's not just strictly a shooter like he was when he came into the league. So that's something that you can kind of look to with hope for. So that's all I got on Duncan. Anything else on Duncan?
Yeah.
Okay. One more super chat from Doug says, Bobi Klintman sighting. Dude's thoughts? Yes, I'm going to get to him. I saw some comments that were saying he didn't play well. I don't know what y'all was watching. What? So we're going to get to that.
We're going to light him up. Go ahead.
Okay, for sure. I'm going to hold off on that. I didn't know King got something ready. All right. Let's go to Ron Holland. Lil Ryan. So tonight, Ron has 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 0-2 from the free throw line, 1 board, 3 assists in 23 minutes. So, King, I'll come to you first, bro. What are your thoughts on Lil Ryan?
My only gripe with Ryan tonight was that corner opportunity had you.
No, it was right there.
I'm like, Ron, shoot the ball.
I
was hoping Cade said something he didn't. But shoot the ball, Ron. We know what you in the preseason, fo. We know what you we know what you're good at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know what you're good at. Shoot that ball, Ron.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many times, just shoot it. If you open, shoot the ball. But, like I said, it was limited times where we've seen him with the basketball in his hands and stuff like that. But I just don't think he had the greatest lineup out there with him in that situation. I would like to see Ron handle the basketball a little bit more. I think I think he's a pretty scary dude when he's attacking the basket and using his athleticism. So I would like to see him get the ball and just straight up attack the basket. So that hopefully that's something that we can see this season. I know they're trying to be careful, right now in the preseason, but shoot the ball, Ryan. Shoot.
Yeah. Real quick, boss, before I come to you, because King mentioned the shooting piece. I think the thing with him is like he knows he's improved as a shooter, but the league don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So they're not going to close out as hard as you might think because they haven't seen you do it consistently yet. Like the shot where you were like, shoot the ball. He didn't have a lot of room to get to the hoop after the pump fake because they didn't close all the way out because they don't have confidence in him doing it yet. So he may be able to do it, but he's got to prove it enough times in the NBA over the season for them to actually respect it. And so, like King said, shoot for now, make them respect you. They're going to make you earn it. So we know he can knock it down. He's going to knock it down. So once you knock enough down, they leave you open, you make them pay, then you can start looking when it's there, when they close out hard, now I can go to the hoop. So yeah, I totally agree. All right, boss, get in there. What you got?
Yeah. He opened the game off with the 3. That was awesome to see. We got our first basket, 3-pointer, knowing that that's what he wanted to work on this off season. Looks great. Good hustle. He had some good plays. Like he forced that turnover and then that ended up leading to an open dunk for him. I think he was just good hustle again. And I agree. I think some of the ball movement, I think it was, I liked how we moved the ball. And then I think we moved the ball a little too much at times or it changed it up a little bit to keep it going. Like with Ron not taking that 3. And I think that was a little bit of a kryptonite for us tonight too. It was like a good and a bad thing, but right. What I saw and I'm glad that he got the game going.
It was interesting to see him at the 4. But I will say he defended Bobby Portis pretty well tonight. Bobby Portis is a pretty strong dude. Been around the league for a long time. You can see he's really kind of sculpted his body over time because he didn't used to be quite as big as he is now. Right. And Ryan was giving up a little bit of size, but Ryan also put on some size too this offseason. Put on 15 pounds, right? Which we talked about last show. So he's gotten stronger and he was able to hold his own defensively. And I think that's what kind of makes him more capable of playing small ball four. But just like with Ausar as a secondary initiator, I only want to see Ron playing the four situationally, right? Not full time. Only with those small ball lineups when you're not playing against guys or teams that have two big lineups. I don't want to see him. I think he's a 2-3 more than a 3-4. That's what me and Eric have said before, right? So he can play it. He's capable, but you only go to it when necessary once again. But other than that, I thought he played pretty well. He brought the defense. He brought the hustle, which is what we're accustomed to seeing with him. He was able to get some easy opportunities. So, yeah, he played like Ron. But like King, the biggest thing for me is what King said, shoot the ball, especially after you come in and make your first one. Like that's a sign that you really could be able to get something going tonight. So when it's there, take it. And then when they close out hard, like we mentioned, then you take advantage of that and make the secondary play from there. So, but yeah, good game from Ron overall. He didn't play perfect. He didn't play a ton of minutes, but he played like a typical Ron Holland game, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Isaiah Stewart tonight, guys. Isaiah Stewart had 8 points on 3-6 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 boards, 1 assist, 1 block, 2 turnovers in 17 minutes. So, boss, I'll come to you first. Thoughts on Zay tonight?
He looked like Stu. He went out and did his job, and he, his rim presence is just awesome, especially on offense and offensive boards, just cleaning up. When he's out there, it just truly makes a difference. So I thought to Stu, just like Cade, it's what we expected of Stu, and I'm sure that if he played more minutes, that his stat line would have grown even more. But he did what he needed to do.
For sure. What you got, King?
Man, I'm so happy for Stu, man. Like I said, his just in preseason, he only shot a couple, but his 3-pointer just looks so clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I really, really hope is consistent for him this season because it changes the Pistons in so many different ways.
Yep.
Just to see him healthy is great too because man, he was like out there on one leg last season before he went out. Man, I'm glad to see him bouncing around and looking healthy and looking ready to go for the season. Man, when you got him and Cade both looking that way, that's encouraging.
Right.
But like I said, with Stu is. The biggest thing with Stu for me is taking the opportunities around that free throw line sometimes still. It's the same thing with me. I just don't think he's not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's wishful thinking for me, but I would really like to see him shoot some more mid-range shots, man. Like you can knock down threes, but you can kill them from the free throw line too, Stu, or from the side, So like I say, I'm being greedy. But Stu looked good tonight.
King, do you remember 2 years ago when we went to that regular season game and we got there early and we were just watching them during pregame warmups? And we saw Stu knock down like 13 or 14 straight middies.
Yep.
And it's funny because before we even sat down and started watching, King was like, he said to me, man, I need Stu to start taking more middies.
Yeah.
And we go sit down pregame warmups and he knocks down 10, I think it was like 13 or 14 straight middies. And I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. Whatever. Okay, fine. You can have, you're right. But that's true. I think that's going to come with time, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's going to eventually add that to his game. We know the league right now is 3 heavy, but you're hearing guys like Anthony Edwards who are working on their mid range. Anthony Edwards led the league in 3-pointers range last year, right? And he's understanding and realizing that to add to his game and to add to his teammates being successful, he's got to work out of that midi. Got to work at that mid range too. So I agree with you. I think it's something that will come with time. But I did like what I see from him tonight as far as his 3-ball because his shot looks clean, bro. It looks pure. And when he's open, he knocks it down more times than not. Go ahead, King. What you got to say?
That comment that you just made, man, just made me appreciate how far ahead and how mature that Cade has been in this league. You know what I'm saying? Because he walked in the door shooting middies. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of that mid-range shot. And to, like I said, Anthony Edwards is just not getting to that.
That's true.
Man? So,
That's true.
Like I said, just man, Cade is something else.
He is, bro. That's just why he's number 1 pick, man. Like he's just got the complete package, bro. One more thing on Stu for me. And it's something we already know, but his not even just his interior defense, but his perimeter defense. If you guys remember last year, man, Miles Turner with the Indiana Pacers killed us in the pick and pop. Killed us in the pick and pop. the rotation just wouldn't be quick enough getting out there fast enough sometimes. But Stu has very deceptively quick feet for a big man. And tonight he didn't give up any of those pick and pop shots from long range. I think Turner hit a midi, but he was with a hand in his face. Stu was right there. So Stu was just a high level top shelf defender, man. And offensively, yes, easily one of the best. And he showed off some chemistry tonight with Cade in that pick and roll, man. Stu is such a good screener. He stonewalls guys, man. He eliminates, you can't even see them on a screen anymore. Once Cade takes advantage of that pick and roll. So that screening, it just eliminates defenders. And then when he rolls, he's got that advantage because now his man has to hedge a Cade, right? And so now Stu is under the hoop with a mouse in the house, just waiting for the ball. Yep. So Cade understands how to get him the ball, and Stu understands how to get Cade open and give him space so he can get him the ball. So I just love the chemistry between them, and I'm hoping we see more of that with JD this year. JD did a great job toward the end of the year screening. He struggled early on, offensive fouls, soft screens. Toward the end of the year, he got way better. So hopefully we get an extension of that with JD because we know what the pick and roll can look like with the two of them. So, but overall, I like what I saw from Stu. All right. Okay, let's go to some of the reserves tonight, guys. Let's start with Marcus Sasser. So tonight, guys, Sasser played 9 minutes. He didn't score in this game. 0 for 2 overall from the field. 0 for 1 from 3. Only had an assist. Didn't really give us much tonight. Didn't play a lot, but wasn't able to really give us much. Any reaction to what you guys saw from Sas?
I didn't even notice he played.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm just saying. I'm being serious, man.
No, go ahead.
I didn't even notice him out there. You know what I'm saying? I saw him, but it's just like, was you there today? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Spit it out.
You know, I always say what I say about Sasser. For me, it's just a wild inconsistency. Some night he's like the reincarnation of a little Chauncey Will Bynum. You know what I'm saying?
Chauncey Bynum? Yeah.
Right. But then some nights it's just like, okay, where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Where are you at? Just can't, you know, I don't know, man. For me, it's how do you get him on the court? You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to get the opportunity this year simply because of what you got on this roster.
Yep.
And in the preseason, man, you got to be going nuts if you want to touch the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate. I wish he would have had, you know, more of an opportunity out there. I wish he'd have took more advantage of that opportunity out there.
Boss, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, I can see why, you know, you would not even notice him, but I did notice his one assist. It was a very nice one. It was right into the paint for Reed, and then Reed scored, and then he pressured the inbound. You know, he went after that, didn't result in a turnover, but he was there. I think, you know, I just think it was an off game for Sass, and I know he can be inconsistent, but I also didn't see him ball handling a lot. I don't know if his lineup was with Ausar when they were pushing Ausar to bring it up. And I think that's, like you said earlier, I think that's when, like, if we have the two fastest wings, let them be wings and let Sass bring it up, you know? So I just don't think he had the impact that he wanted tonight either. But his one assist, it was a nice one, so I'll give him that.
No. I was gonna comment on that. That was a nice read.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with him. It's almost like even last year, he would make really nice plays and then really bad plays. It was just like King said, just the inconsistency that made it hard to really play him consistently.
I'm curious how many times he touched the ball. That's just my one thing. It's like, because I can't recall him having except for that. So
I barely even noticed him out there.
Right.
I will say this though. He was out there with Chaz.
Okay.
So they had him play a point. And that's the thing we always ask ourselves. Are they going to try to turn him into a point because that's the clearest path for him to playing time?
Yeah. Or
are they going to see how good what a ceiling can be at the shooting guard spot? But like King said, just based off the roster, even the guys we just brought in, we recently brought in guys that really kind of go into what Trajan Langdon wants, that really fit what Trajan Langdon wants. He said that he said this over and over again. I want defensive versatility. I want that defensive optionality. So he wants guys who can defend multiple spots. It's hard to defend multiple spots at 6'1", 6'2". It's just hard. So just based off of Trajan's words alone, I don't see how he gets that opportunity. When you got guys like Karis LeVert, who's 6'6", who can ball handle, combo guard, right? You got Cade 6'8", you got Jaden 6'4", 6'5". So it makes it hard to see. You got Daniss Jenkins, who's 6'3", 6'4", right? Who's a pure point guard. Mm-hmm. So I think they had him out there to kind of see how he looked at the point guard spot, because Chaz isn't a point guard. He's strictly a shooting guard, right? Mm-hmm. So from the minutes I saw with Chaz, it was okay, but it wasn't impactful. He make a nice play here and there, but I think he's in a tough spot because it's like the easiest path is point guard, but he's best at shooting guard. So it's like, what do you do? Yeah. And that's why I think it's going to be hard for him to get on the floor. It's just because I don't see how he can have more of an impact than the guys ahead of him.
Yeah, I'd like to see, and especially in preseason, see if JB lets him play shooting guard. See, tinker with it a little bit, put him out there and see if that's where he can thrive. And stuff, so. But
the thing is, okay, so if you play him, you got to sit somebody.
Right, I get that.
The question is like, who?
The preseason, just to see.
Oh, you mean now? Okay.
Yeah, just right.
Got you. Okay.
This is the preseason. Like I said, I'd be glad when some of these veterans just get out the way. The preseason is the reserves show.
Right.
This is their show. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm demanding more minutes. This is everything for them. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to see out of reserves. I want to see a rabid dog out there,
right,
on the basketball court. I want minutes, man. So, just throughout the entire training camp, I'm going to go out here and give you everything that you don't want. If you're in front of me, I'm destroying you. If I'm checking you, you're getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of attitude that I want to see in the preseason when it comes to reserves.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I think we all agree on that, man. Hopefully he's able to figure it out and he can find a path. I think it's just gonna be tough for him, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, guys, let's move on to B-ball Paul Reed. 9 points tonight on 4 of 8 shooting, 0 for 1 from 3, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 6 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 turnover in 19 minutes. King, I'll come to you first. Any reaction to B-ball Paul tonight?
And this was the B-ball Paul that we signed.
Yep.
And that's the guy that we signed. That's the guy that I saw in Philly. Be that consistently for us. That helps us out a lot, man. We have an injury situation. We need you to come in. This is the guy that we need to see. Somebody that can fall right in, next man up, give us everything that we need. Was just tough out there, man.
Big facts.
Feisty out there in the paint. That's what I want to see. But stop shooting that ugly 3-point shot.
If it go in, I ain't mad, bro. He had a corner midi that went in. That was nice.
Yeah, I said I'll take the midi, but it ain't went in since he been here, man. Stop shooting that thing. It's so ugly.
Oh man. Go ahead, boss. What you got? King, he been talking about that shot for I think since we signed, he's like, bro, I looked up some film on Paul Reed, man. I hate his shot. Like, bro, man, come on, man. Go ahead, boss.
No, and then, like I said last show, I love that unique shot. I said last show, I was like, I wish we saw him shoot it because I want to see it.
I'm dead. I was screaming.
I think other than like Cade and Paul Reed have been the most consistent with between the two games.
Yeah.
Paul went out there, attacking the board, being a menace. I love that mid-range corner shot. I think those are so tough to make. I think it's tougher than the 3,
For sure.
So I loved what he was doing tonight, and I'll always be his fan. I think he's such a steal for the price that we have him at and everything, and who he is and what he does for our team. So I'm glad that once again, he had amazing off-ball movement, the and ones, the rebounds. I think he did better today not holding the ball under the rim when he did get the offensive rebounds. I think he got it out quickly and he knew what to do. So I think he paid attention. I'm a big fan of Paul Reed again tonight.
Man, that dude was everywhere tonight. I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw from Paul. And it wasn't just the energy and the effort. That's gonna be a constant. We know that. Mm-hmm. But just some of the plays he made. He had a nice runner off the high glass. We didn't see too much of that last year, right? He also had a nice and one off the short roll catch in the second half. That was nice as well. Pass from Bobi Klintman, by the way. And he was just all over the boards. Defensively, he was blocking shots, pinning stuff off the glass, man. He was just everywhere tonight. I saw a little bit of Stu in him tonight as far as the way he was attacking the glass, right? So I was really impressed, and I have been impressed with what I've seen from Paul Reed so far. He looked like he got a little bit bigger too, a little stronger, a little broader. His shoulders look a little bigger. So like all these other guys, he's put on some muscle. And if he gives us this, man, I'm pretty comfortable with him being the third big off the bench for sure.
Yeah, man. I thought he was doing uncharacteristic stuff out there because Green was out there. You can't play them together, coach.
Yeah.
I thought that was the same person sitting there watching. I had to get closer to my TV for a minute.
Man, what?
No, but seriously though, he played his behind off tonight, man. Hustle.
Hustle was definitely there. Shout out to our dog, AB, Ashton, the trainer. For anybody who doesn't know, this is Cade Cunningham's cousin. And he's been rocking with us since he got here. Since he came to Detroit, he has been supporting the city. He's been supporting us, been supporting the whole state of Michigan, doing a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't see. So, as always, bro, shout out to you, man. Hey, 67, bro.
Yeah.
67. That was Cade's ranking last year. ESPN. 67. Guys like KCP ahead. Like, so, yeah. He's definitely shutting the doubters up. Go ahead, bro.
And go Cowboys.
Come on, man. He came to show love.
I got to mess with him, man. I got to.
Oh, you catching strays for no reason, bro. But yeah. He a Lions fan now. He said he a Lions fan now. He said he a Lions fan now. We accept you, bro. We accept you. Dak starting to play a little better right now. But yeah, we on our stuff right now. So, but obviously want to show love to AB, man, as always. So, okay, let's get back. Let's move on to our next guy, guys. Let's move on to Swaggy Chaz Lanier, Splash Lanier. 8 points tonight, 3 for 8 shooting, 2 of 7 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal in 27 minutes. So I think he played the most minutes out of anybody tonight. So what were you guys' thoughts on Chaz Lanier? I'll come to you first, boss.
In his first half was better. That's when he was 2 for 2 field goal. When he got his steal and everything. I was super impressed by how quick his catch and shoot is.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like, and there were a couple of times that, he followed the ball, got his rebound, loved that. He cooled off a little bit in the second, but I liked what I saw. And I just think it's, he's getting more comfortable with the catch and shoot. Yeah. And that's what we need. I mean, that was quick pace. So I liked it. His percentage went down as the game went on, but I'm just glad he was getting them up out there. Right.
Exactly. Ken, what you think, bro?
Yeah, she went exactly to where I was going to go.
Me too.
Where he needs to kind of, for instance, catch and shoot. I wanted him to set his feet, but, a couple of opportunities he had defenders coming. He had to really literally catch it and shoot it.
Yep.
That's something I want him to work on all the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you're in the gym, work on that shot. You've seen guys, in the past, like Ray Allen and some of these guys doing that, catching the ball up high, shooting it up high.
Mm-hmm.
Keep working on that. I feel like those were most of the missed shots when he had to do that. But when he sets his feet, man, he got a good wide open shot, man. It's really looking good for him.
Yeah. Even if you guys remember, Bojan used to do that.
All the time.
As soon as he would catch it, he would just catch it and get rid of it. And he would knock him down. So you're right, bro, because they're going to be closing out pretty quickly towards him once they see the kind of shooter that he is. So they're going to have to make sure that they do that. Any other thoughts on that, boss?
I was going to say, I think that was the notes. I think that's why he had such a harder second half to get those. I think that the halftime notes were go defend him,
Yeah.
His shot was pretty and stuff, and he was moving around and he was getting it. So
yeah,
I think it was great. I look forward to seeing more. I can't wait.
I love his movement without the basketball, man. Mm-hmm. It reminds me a lot of Rip. Yeah. When Rip used to play. It's not quite the same, but he loves to move without the basketball, catch and shoot. Even like Bees last year. We saw Bees do that, move without the basketball, catching and shooting. I thought that would have been a really good player in person to mentor him. I think, Ken, you mentioned that earlier too before everything happened with Bees, is that he would be a great mentor for it. Right? Same kind of players, same kind of game, same kind of a shooting ability, right? Potentially for Chad. We know Chad can shoot it, but Malik is Malik, right? But yeah, he played well, man. He didn't have a lot of opportunity offensively, but his movement, like I mentioned, he made the defense move. That's something Eric always talks about is, can you make the defense move? Can you make them react to you? Are they going to see you out there and just wait for the shot to go up? Or are they going to close? So his ability alone, being on the floor, the gravity that he can really command, that kind of stuff is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And once he gets comfortable with the speed and size of the NBA, I think he's going to be a really big weapon. But King, like you mentioned, he's going to have to work on, if he's going to get it off that quick, if he's not going to catch it and move it, if he's going to get it off that quick, you got to knock those down. And that's something that he's a rookie though, right? So he's definitely going to work on that, but you see the potential for him because he could really be a weapon for this team.
Yeah.
If he's utilized right.
He looks totally, just the jump of the player that I saw in summer league to now.
Right.
I don't see a college player out there like I did in summer league. I seen somebody college. I seen a college player out there. I seen somebody still playing, at Tennessee.
Yeah.
He looks different now. You know what I'm saying? The way he's coming around screens, the way he's getting to his spots, you can tell that those trainers and all those assistants have been working with him, man. Because
right.
His motion, everything is just different. And I like what I've seen so far.
That's a good point, bro, because we always talk about Fred Vinson working with Ausar and Ryan. Ausar and Ryan. That's usually what you hear, but he's probably working with everybody. All these guys have room to get better because all these guys are so young. Except for guys like Duncan Robinson, right? But the young guys, he's probably working with all them guys, including Chaz, like you mentioned. So these guys are only going to get better shooting the ball from time or over time. Not just the guys who need to work on it most, but everybody. They're all going to benefit from having a coach like him. So yeah, I think he's going to be just fine. He's going to be a good player for this team, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to a few more guys, and then we will call it a night. Let's go to quickly Javonte Green. So Javonte Green, guys, played. He had 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had an assist in 14 minutes. Any reaction to Javonte Green? King, I'm coming to you first, bro.
I mean, he was pedestrian out there. He did his thing, for the little opportunity that he had.
Right. Didn't play much.
Didn't play much. You know what I'm saying? Not really nothing to evaluate, but like I said, he took the shots when they was available. So
yeah. Boss?
Yeah, I think we got to see him knock down a 3. That was awesome. I think he had good defense. That's what I noticed. He stayed with his guy. He stayed with his guy on the court. So, but yeah, like King said, he did his job. But I like the defense, especially when the offense wasn't necessarily going his way.
Right.
I appreciate it. So he had nice coverage.
Yeah. Shout out Tom. What's going on, bro? Detroit basketball. Had to do it because he said it. So I got you back, bro.
Across the water.
All the way from South Korea. Was it South Korea? Just Tom, let me know where you at. Are you in South Korea, North Korea? Where are you at, bro? I don't want to misspeak, but I will say the biggest Pistons Korean fan in the world. I think he has earned that title for sure. All right. So as far as Javonte, yeah, he played good defense, like Boss mentioned. He let the Pistons set that tone when he came in on that end. Offensively, different story. The lineups is kind of iffy, but he's also a solid 3-point shooter. We've seen him. Obviously, it's practice, but we've seen him in practice. Shout out to Amari and Eric Vincent, all those guys getting some footage, Hunter, everybody. But yeah, he definitely has a nice stroke. He's got a nice looking shot. And tonight he knocked down I think it was the only attempt, or he had 2, but it looked good. He's got a nice looking shot. I think if you leave him open, he's going to make you pay. So, but like you guys mentioned, he didn't play a lot, but he did what we thought he would do when we signed him. So let's go to Daniss Jenkins. Daniss Jenkins tonight, man. Daniss Jenkins had, he had 9 points on 3 for 11 shooting, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 turnovers in 24 minutes. Boss, I'm coming to you. Thoughts on Daniss Jenkins tonight?
I think he played well. I don't think that the stat made it seem like he didn't have a good time, but it was tough for him to handle those quarters. The Bucks really picked it up. So I just love how he controls the court. He is such poise, like I mentioned last. Like he just looks so nice out there. I think he did really good defense on Cole Anthony. I think that's something that's hard to do, especially the way Cole was playing. He did his. We always expect a steal from Daniss. It feels like really did that. Saw the court really well. Had some great assists inside the paint. Threw the ball up to Ron. And the shots that he did get, he created for himself. He was covered that whole game. He didn't have. He didn't get a nice opening for himself. So again, I just think he does such a good job. Especially he's never without a defender. So be the main ball handler when he's out there is awesome. For sure. What you say, King?
Terrible, man. I can't.
Man, he wasn't terrible, bro. You're gonna say you better be playing, bro. He trolling for no reason.
I know that's Deuce Boy, man. Like I said, when he looks comfortable out there.
Yeah,
looks comfortable out there. One of my things with him was always, I want to see the same guy that I seen in summer league and the same guy that I seen in playing for
open practice.
Yeah, I want to see that guy out there in real games. But I like I said, for what he did out there tonight, I was pretty happy with that.
Real quick, Tom is from South Korea, everybody. So I didn't want him to speak. So now we all know South Korea for sure.
He had to yell it too.
Yes, he did for sure. Shout out to you. Real quick, couple super chats, and I'll chime in on Daniss. Doug says, "Is Fred working on free throws?" Yes, he is. Eric just talked about that. We always talk about the 3-point shooting and all these different things, but free throws they definitely are working on too. I've got some footage on mine. King probably has some footage on his YouTube with those guys shooting free throws, and they are actively working on all facets of shooting. So that's definitely something you don't have to worry about, Doug. But it's a good question for sure. And Dominique coming back, showing love as always, says Ron's shot continuing to look good, and I'm calling my shot now, pun intended. Cade dropping a 50 burger within the first month of the season, being this efficient. Bro, okay, y'all go first. Shout out to you, Dominic, as always. Go ahead. Hop in.
Point. I agreed, man. Agree. Like I said, I think this is going to be a no-nonsense season, man. This is I'm here to take over type of season, bro. They are about to make some real noise in the East.
Yeah.
I've seen a few clips on Twitter with Tatum, Duncan, and whatever. Oh, the East better what? No, the East is finna run through the Pistons, bro.
Talk
we
about
don't care what Tatum doing them for. The East is finna run through the Pistons, and I think Cade is about to be no nonsense this season, man.
Yeah,
we about to get some things done.
We ain't worried about Tatum tots over there, bro. We good. We good. Dominique. So I'll say this. I think he's capable, but I'm kind of worried if he has to get 50 points. What's our team looking like? That's my only thing.
That's
my okay.
Yeah. Okay, so as a teammate, like for you play ball, so I play ball.
Right.
If my teammate is hot, I'm feeding him. You know what I'm saying? And if he's having that type of night, I can definitely see because we have a team full of unselfish guys.
That is true.
If he's hot, feed him, bro.
So I feel like Cade is also one of those unselfish guys. To your point, and like we said earlier, he is definitely more aggressive. I think I could see him getting a couple triple doubles early in the season as opposed to getting a 50 ball. At least that's what I would want to see because that means everybody else is kind of getting involved. If he's getting 50, that means everybody else is just struggling. And we in a dogfight against the Hornets or something crazy that we shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I would see happening. Y'all could be right, man. If he does and we getting dubs, fine. I love it. I just don't want to be too reliant on him because we got other guys who are capable. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, boss.
I was just gonna say I think I've always agreed with Dominique. I think that this is a 50 point game season for Cade. But I know a lot of people like you, they argue about his assists and everything. But I don't necessarily think that it will take away. I just think that it's a blowout. It's okay. It's a good competition. It's someone that we're up against that it's just shooting. It's just offense. But of course, those games are tough. But I could totally see him doing that, especially if he's, clean on the threes. And, maybe, I can still see him getting 8 to 10 assists with a 50-point game.
I could too. No, you're right.
And if he starts getting his calls for the fouls.
That's the thing. Because tonight he didn't get him again.
He had 30-something in the first half.
Yes, exactly.
Man, what? Back-to-back plays, man. Just I can hear the smack through the screen. It's like, what are y'all looking at?
Exactly.
I don't know what this man has to do, man.
He's threatening to get suspended again this season, man.
Yeah, right. He gonna get 16 technicals by game 16, bro. Hey, listen. PD Mac says, "What about a 50-point triple dub?" Okay,
that would be
okay. Now I could see it. You know why? Because his conditioning is up. You can see he's in much better shape, and his wind is there. His conditioning is there on both ends. I could see that. That's a good point, PD Mac. You might be to kind of get me to get on board with that one. What y'all got?
If I think it's 50.
Go ahead.
Sorry. If he's getting 50 points, then he's involved in every play. So
right.
He's assisting or getting rebounds. We've seen Jokic do it. Now Jokic is a little different, but he's still surrounded by good players too.
Right.
And so I can if Cade's getting 50 points, I think he's close to a triple double. If not, because he's out there, he's doing it. He's showing up. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. It's possible. Y'all know how I am. I like the balanced offense, move the ball. I'm a Larry Brown type guy when it comes to that. But
this is just one game.
Okay.
Go give me that 50. Just like with Kobe had 82. It wasn't that his team was terrible. He just was hot.
That team
And
was bad, bro.
Listen.
Go ahead.
If for me, I would be concerned, with his teammates. If he's on a burner and y'all ain't giving him the ball, I got some words for y'all.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Give
fact.
him the ball.
You're right. That's true. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be mad if he get it. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that at all. And he definitely has that ability. I think for sure he'll get he'll get a couple 40 balls this year for sure. 50 is a lot, but I can see it. I see him getting 2 or 3 40 balls though as well. In addition to that, I think he's gonna break out this year, man. I don't know if the league is ready, but okay. All right, we talked about Cade. We could be here all night talking about Cade. Let's get back to Daniss for a minute. So you guys talked about Daniss a little bit. He only played in the second half. That was the first thing I noticed. Cade went out. Coach Price said, "Sit down. We've seen enough," which I'm totally behind. And boss, you mentioned it. He was all over Cole Anthony defensively, and offensively he was pushing the pace. He had a nice outlet for Ryan. Beautiful outlet pass, look ahead pass for a finish. And like I said last episode, man, I think Daniss Jenkins should be the backup point guard for this team. Anytime Cade or Karis or J.I. is not running the point, it needs to be Daniss, in my opinion. He's so steady. Mm-hmm. He's so steady, man. And he's a smart player. He makes good decisions with the basketball. He sets up the offense. He sets the table offensively. And he's got good pacing. He doesn't get sped up. I don't know if you guys realize that. He doesn't get sped up. When he gets pressured, he does not get sped up. When he gets 2 feet in the paint, he's just inching his way to the hoop and waiting for the defense to react. And whatever they do, he's making the right play out of it. So, he is just a very good all-around basketball player. And he's a good floor general. He didn't have a ton of turnovers, which he really never really does. But he's just a good player, man. And I trust the ball in his hands. More than anything, I trust the ball. Like last year when Schroeder was in the game, you trusted the ball in Schroeder's hands. You don't think he was going to turn it over. I don't think that either with Dana. I think he can be the same kind of player impact-wise as far as just making sure that guys are getting good shots. And when they're not there, he can get his own too. So I am totally on. I'm going to keep saying it. I think he should be the backup point guard for this team for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Not going to happen. Yeah.
Here you go. You've been hating on Dana since last year, bro. Ever since I said something.
I'm just saying.
Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't he be able to be the? Okay, so whenever Karis, I can see him playing with Karis.
Then we gonna sign somebody else.
What you mean?
He's not taking nobody minutes.
No, I'm saying you can deploy him and Karis together if Cade and J.I. are not in the game.
Ain't gonna happen.
Okay, I think it is. I think it is. It may not be every single night, but he's gonna be on the floor for this team. That's just my opinion. I think he's gonna be on the floor. We'll see. We'll see.
Wayne State.
Whatever, bro. So here you go. Now you hating. All right, let's get to Dominique comment real quick. Dominique says, off topic, but shout out to Jackson Dart, Scottaboo, and the Giants for smacking the Eagles tonight. I didn't even watch that game. So they won? The Giants won?
They blew them out. I'm finna go nuts.
Word?
When I get off of here. You hear me?
They blew the Eagles out? That's 2 straight losses, ain't it?
They have locker room issues. When I was watching the game, they were saying that the Eagles they had a 2-hour meeting in the parking lot, the players.
Well, yeah, AJ Brown and them. Yeah, they had a private wide receiver quarterback meeting. Yeah, they're struggling. Yeah. I didn't know that though. I didn't watch either. Obviously,
that's wild.
That's great for us.
Oh yeah. I mean, Stephen A. and all them saying we the best team in the league, and I can't say he's wrong. Might be the first time I've said he's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. But shout out to you, Dominique. Yeah, thanks for letting me know because I didn't even realize or that they played tonight and that they got that dub. So okay, yeah, it's good for the Lions. Go Lions! All right, we got 2 more guys, and then we'll call it a night. Let's go to Bobi Klintman. So tonight, Bobi Klintman guys had 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover in 19 minutes. So I'm gonna let Boss go first. I know King, you said you had some comments. I'm gonna let Boss lead it off, and then I'm coming straight to you, King.
All right. Well, I loved his aggressiveness. He picked it up. It's like he heard us. That was what we complained about last time. It's like, just, we know what you can do. And he was aggressive. Mm-hmm. Beautiful 3 shot. Got to the rim. I think he played great defense on Portis and Turner. He got called for a foul on Turner, questionable. Portis still made the shot. That's Bobby Portis, but he was there and he did. I think he did so well. And then just really good defense in the second half. I wish that again, it's like he gets hot towards the end of something, and then then halftime happened and he cooled down.
It gets cold.
Yeah. And so I was hoping for more from him in the second half, but best game I've seen from him so far. So I'm thrilled about that. We wanted him to pick it up, and he did.
Yep. King, what you got? Man, y'all drunk. Y'all drunk, bro. I don't care how many people say it. Y'all don't, I don't know what's going on with y'all tonight. Go ahead, King.
Where did
I'll chime
those
in later.
comments even come from? Were we watching the same game tonight?
I don't know.
I
don't know. Y'all might have been on y'all phone or something when he was. I don't know what the deal was. Go ahead, King.
Bobby did his thing tonight. Bobby was, he was letting it fly. He was aggressive. He had some energy getting up and down that court. He did his thing tonight, and I was really, really happy with what I saw tonight from him, because that's the player that we need him to be. If he wants to get on the court, that's what he has to be. He has to bring energy in all facets of whatever he is doing out there. And like I said, whether it's assists, whether it's knocking down shots, if you're not knocking down your shots, cut to the basket, go after the missed shots, and get the tip ins, and whatever you got to do. Bobby was just fine tonight.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how you can watch that game and say he didn't play well. I don't understand it. Defensively, he was really solid. He stayed attached to his man, and he was even creating some turnovers. And he was super aggressive on the perimeter. He was aggressive. Offensively, he knocked down his first 2 threes. One of them, he's falling out of bounds, much like he did the last time he played the Bucks in the last regular season game when he caught that 3 with the clock winding down, falling out of bounds, and knocked it down. So I don't know what y'all was watching, because here's the thing. I say it all the time. All we need from him is what we hoped we were going to get from Fontecchio last year. That's it. If he does that, he's going to be on the court, because he can do more than that. But that's all we need him to do. If he can bring that, we're going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine. He's 6'10". He's a good ball handler. He's a good playmaker. And he's a good shooter. And if he's able to defend like that and provide that resistance like he did tonight, he's going to have a role on his team. I mean, I don't see how you think anything else from what you saw. But that's why you can't make any rational decisions on him based off of one game. We saw it in Summer League. One bad game. Oh, he's not an NBA player. Next game, he has like 20 points. Oh, he's going to be in the rotation. And then tonight, last game, he was terrible. And then tonight, y'all still saying he's terrible. I don't know what y'all looking at. But if he's able to provide what he did tonight, which is shooting the basketball and being able to attack closeouts when he's open, being able to get 2 feet in the paint, he's going to make the right play. With Fontecchio last year, how many times did we see him catch the ball, do what King was saying about Ryan, like shoot the ball? He wouldn't shoot the ball. He put it on the floor. When he's not getting closed out on hard, he's not quick enough to get by guys, and he would get caught in the air trying to make a pass. We saw all y'all in the chat were saying, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, right? He wouldn't shoot the ball. And when he was shooting the ball, more times than not, he wasn't consistent. All we need him to do is be consistent from 3, play solid defense. That's literally all we asked from him last year. There's no reason to think that Bobi Klintman cannot do that. None. Especially when he's playing with the guys he's going to be playing with. And he can give you more than that. He just hasn't been able to show that consistently yet. So there's nothing to worry about Bobi Klintman. I think he's going to get minutes at backup power forward this year. I don't think it's really that hard to see, because he has a skill set that I don't think anybody else on this team has, being the size that he is. He's not the greatest athlete. He's not the greatest really at anything, but he's really good at a lot of different things. And if he can just stick to the things we need him to do and be consistent with that, he's going to be on the court. Period. Any reaction to that? I had to get that out, because I'm like, I saw some comments like, what were y'all watching? I don't know what y'all was watching.
Just got to be, got to get the opportunity consistently. Before you can be consistent, you got to get a consistent opportunity.
Right.
That's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like, oh, well, he's inconsistent. Well, he don't get the consistent opportunities. So,
right.
Like I said, taking advantage of what he did tonight is a step towards getting that opportunity more consistent.
And you said it. He hasn't gotten consistent minutes. What does Coach JB always say? He talked about it when he talked about Ron and Ausar getting time together. He said the only way for these guys to get better is to get an opportunity. And we're going to give them that. That's why he was saying they're going to play together at some point this year. And any player needs consistency. That's how you get into a rhythm. That's how you build confidence. So if he's given the opportunity, maybe not to the same extent as a Ron or an Ausar, just a consistent role and given the opportunity, given a little bit of leeway, given a little bit of rope, to make mistakes along the way. Come playoff time, he's going to be a pretty solid player that can help this team. I don't think it's hard to see. That's just me. So I'll leave it there. Anything else on that, y'all, before we move on to our last guy?
I just want to say I'm happy. You've been the one that's been praising Bobi Klintman. You know, I've told you that I just been waiting for him to get aggressive, and that happened tonight. So I'm just so happy that you finally see. And I don't know why these people are like.
I don't know. I think y'all are trolling.
Oh man, but I'm so happy.
It's because he's French.
Yeah,
they got a French phobia. That's what that is.
I mean, y'all gotta let the Gobert hate go. I know y'all don't like Gobert, but y'all gotta let that go when it comes to Bobi. All right. Heisenberg says he just needs to get some more run so he can get comfortable and get his confidence up. 100%. That's literally it. So we'll leave it there. Let's move on to our last guy of the night. And that guy is Tolu Smith. Tolu Smith had 5 points, 2 for 2 shooting, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 turnovers. He did foul out in this game in only 9 minutes. So that's not a great thing to foul out 9 minutes. But there were some great things that I did see from him last night. I will let you guys lead it off. King, let's come to you first, bro. What you see from Tolu?
I ain't see enough.
Okay. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it.
The 9 minutes that he was out there, he gave you everything that he could, you know what I'm saying, including all the fouls. So, like, listen, I'm finna go out here and be reckless for this little short period of time because he didn't get into the end, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
By that time, man, I was in the refrigerator by that time. So, you know, like I said, I want to see him. Like I said, in the preseason, I want to see some of these guys get a little bit more minutes, man, where they playing a little bit more so you can really evaluate it. But, you know, it's been a couple of guys that we just been like, you know, it's 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just not enough. But in those short amount of minutes, he gave you a lot of little things, you know what I'm saying? So I'll take it. Yeah,
go ahead, boss.
I mean, I would say about 4 of those fouls were valid, and 2 of them where Tolu's just a brick wall and other guys run into him. Probably could have avoided being called. But the little things that he did, the minute the fourth quarter starts, he gets a defensive rebound. Then he gets an offensive rebound that drew contact and to get to the foul line. He's constantly moving. He's at the rim 1 second. Then all of a sudden, he's the one that's closing out the guy in the perimeter. He's the biggest guy on the floor. And he's just always at the rim. He had a great assist to Brice.
Man. Okay, real quick, pause. Did y'all see that play? When he was out on the perimeter?
I missed it.
Bro, you was in your fridge by that point? Okay. It was, well, I actually have I didn't upload it, but I put it as a short on my page. But it was a play. He was on the perimeter, caught the ball on the perimeter. He moved he took a dribble to the basket, did a swing through a Euro step, and had a zip pass to Brice Williams all in the same motion. It was pretty. Beautiful. It was pretty. So, like, he's playing like a traditional big right now because that is the best way for him to get on the court. But he's got some skills, man. He's a good passer for a big man. He's got a nice handle for a big man. We've shown the run where he was playing and making all kind of crazy plays. So he has the ability to do a lot. But like we said to him, like I said to him when he came on the show, he understands that he has the ability to do this, but the team just needs him to do this. That's a little, and every now and then you'll see a flash of something else that we hadn't seen all year. So yeah, he didn't play his best game, but I think he's going to have a role at some point in this season when we're playing teams that are big, which may cause foul trouble, and we need to go to our fourth big. And I think he could be the guy that comes in and kind of helps us out when we need it. So yeah, I think wasn't a great game from him, but he showed some things, and he's going to be needed because, like we mentioned, he's the only guy on his team who's close to being a footer. He's 6'11".
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to need that size, especially come playoff time when you're playing teams like the Knicks, playing teams like the Bucks. He's going to be needed. So, King, did you see the playoffs talking about?
Yeah, you posted it, so I'm watching it.
Right. To put it on Twitter. Yeah. Nice, right?
Yeah, nice.
So he's got that. He's got that. He's just doing the things that he knows he needs to do to earn coach's trust. And I get it. That's actually a level of discipline that I respect. So, but we'll see. All right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if coach also told him to go out and just ball hard in the fourth, you know? So I think, he just came out with so much aggressiveness. And I think you should mention Brice Williams because we haven't mentioned him. He did some stuff.
Okay. No, yeah. Let's pull his box score up real quick. So Brice Williams tonight had 8 points on 2 of 4 shooting, all 1 from 3, 4-4 from the free throw line, and 1 turnover in 12 minutes. So I'll let you lead it off, boss. What are your thoughts on Brice Williams tonight?
I think that he played great defense. He stayed in front of his guy. He forced a turnover. He had some nice mid-range shots, like we talked about early. Like the mid-range is my favorite shot. It's like a lost art right now. So I love it. And then he was just aggressive. He took it full court. And then, he didn't make the shot, but he drew the foul and then made the free throws. And just for not really showing up in the first, no one really noticed that. I think he went out and he played when he was called upon. So I was just really happy to have another name, pop up and pop out.
Yeah, it was nice to see him get an opportunity. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, like I said, man, to go out there and get 8 points like that, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Knock down free throws, 4 for 4. Solid, man. Solid game.
Trajan Langdon, he has an eye for finding those undrafted guys, those diamond in the rough type guys. I haven't seen a ton of Brice Williams, so I don't know how good he is or can be. I was impressed with what I saw tonight, but guys like Daniss Jenkins, undrafted. Guys like Tolu Smith, undrafted. Even guys late in the second round who we get. Guys like Bobi Klintman, late in the second round. Chaz Lanier. So he has an eye for talent, and you can see that he is not afraid to go grab some guys who he thinks may have been overlooked that can make an impact for this team. And so I like it. I like it, man. Doug says, thanks, Deuce, Sarah, and King. You guys make it fun. Hey, we appreciate that, man. It's fun for us, too, to be here with y'all talking about it. So we appreciate y'all support, man. Y'all got any more comments on tonight's game, man?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good, too.
On to the next. Who do we have on Tuesday?
Yes. So the next game, I believe, let me pull it up here. Yes, so the Pistons play the Cleveland Cavaliers on the 14th. So we have a 5-day break in between games. And following that game, they'll be home for their only home preseason game against the Washington Wizards. So that'll be an interesting game to watch with the Cavs. We'll see how it plays out, man. I'm looking forward to watching that one. But you guys, make sure you guys let us know in the comments how you felt about this game tonight. What were your takeaways from this game tonight? Let's keep the conversation going, obviously. And one more thing before we get out of here, guys. We talked about it already. King, we talked about it. Sarah, we talked about it. Boss, we talked about it. This Saturday, man, pull up. Pull up, man. The Pistons are hosting their annual open practice at Wayne State Fieldhouse, and admission is free. So I'll be there. King will be there. Eric Vincent, Vinny's going to be there. And Boss would be there if she didn't live out of state.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure that you pull up to the open practice. And if you see us, come say what up, though. And with that, guys, that is a wrap for tonight's show. We appreciate you guys showing your support, showing up and showing out as you guys always do. And y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. See y'all Saturday.
And when you knock me down, I'm getting back up. Cause when I step on the floor, you know your time's up. I'm on my way up and I'm not gonna stop. We headed straight to the top in the know. I gotta chase it. I got no time to waste it.